Hey, Ask from All Things Dentistry, the place where we're passionate about sharing those unwritten hints and tips in dentistry. Dentomax. So Dave from the company actually emailed me and said he was looking for, for me to and I don't even know. We were just kind of talking, and I'm very reluctant to do reviews about different products on my channel because I've done A-Teeth a little bit, but you haven't actually seen most of the products that they've sent me, because I want to make sure that they're going to last the test of time, the test of time. And so I've been using them for a long time now, and the reviews are slowly coming out because I want to see if they're going to work when you drop them. Like, I don't want you to spend $2,000 on something and then like in 6 months it doesn't work. That's the same as this. So they agreed to send me a trial product, and we're going to give it a rip for about 6 months. And put in the comments below if you actually use these. I've never actually heard of them. What appeals to me about Dentomax, I know nothing about them other than what we talked on the phone with Dave, really nice guy. And so the idea is that, these sensors they say that they're reputable up to the same quality as Dexis or Schick. I've used Schick, I've used Dexis, I've used A-Teeth sensors, I've used lots of sensors over my career. I started with old school. And so we're gonna try it out for about 6 months. You won't hear anything. We're gonna give it a shot with patients. We're gonna see how it goes. And then at the end of it, if it works, what I wanna do is I'm not getting kickbacks, something like that. I'm not really a fan of that stuff. What I do though, what I talk with Dave is kind of see if we can get like a certain percentage off, like 10% off. So what appeals me to, the reason why I like the idea of this sensor is that it's $4,000. And there's a warranty and other stuff. I don't know what it is, but it's a lot cheaper, significantly cheaper than the brand leaders of wired sensors. And it doesn't make any sense why these things are $15,000, $9,000 to $10,000. I'm not sure. So there are two things, and I'm not sure. If you're familiar with them, put them in the comments below. The reason why I like it is because they're cheaper. I don't know the quality, again, I have no idea. But the other thing is that they're compatible with your system. So what they were telling me is that, I should just open this as we're talking here. I've got a good old spoon. What they were telling me is that most of the people that use these, if you say you're a new practitioner and you have you're working for corporate and you wanted to buy a new practice or a used practice, and then one of the sensors dies. And I watched this in one of my friend Dana's practice. They upgraded, so they had Caddy, that's what it was. They had Caddy. I was trying to remember what they had. Caddy, which was we used phosphor place for years, and then they had to switch to Dexis, the whole system. But what she could have done, I didn't know this at the time, but she could have bought these sensors and just it's like plug and play into the existing software, so you don't have to upgrade the entire software, which has its own headaches as well. So let's go ahead and take a look. Again, there's no advertisement because there's no review on this because I don't even know how it works, how efficient it is. But they have a bunch of things, so let's take a look here. So the idea is, again, I want to be clear, there's no kickbacks for me. It's really, if we're good with it, we're happy with it, then potentially we'll make a review video that has the truth about it, not like, because I asked them, these things get dropped, they get driven over by cables, if you're moving it from room to room, which I highly recommend you don't, you try to, and that was one of the problems, that they're so expensive that you'll move them from room to room because you can only afford 2 of them. I mean, 2 might be $20,000. It's crazy. So if you don't move them from room to room, then there's less likely of them being broken, dropped. And he was telling me that they changed because that was one of my issues. I said, well, I mean, you drive over with your chair a few times and the thing's done. And it's not by, it's just by accident. So we've got a bunch of sensor holders here. So these are, I'm not sure. So I asked him, are these made in China? And he said, no, they're actually made in France. So I was like, oh, I have no idea. So here we are, we've got it. This is the sensor here itself. And I have Schick sensors, I can compare them tomorrow at work. So this is the sensor here. I can't really compare it to anything because I don't have a sensor on me. This is number 2. And then, yeah, it's just literally plug and play. So we'll give it a shot over the next 6 months. Let me know. I'd really love to hear kind of what your feedback is, because it's going to be an honest review. I mean, I want stuff that's going to work. I don't need stuff that's not going to work. And then that's what the point is, unwritten hints and tips, the reality stuff about it. And we have some holders here. Let's go ahead and open this up. So you can outright buy them, he said. You can outright buy the sensors yourself. So as I'm thinking about this, I'm like advertising for it, but I can't even recommend it because I don't know. But I really wanted to kind of just get it out on the playing field, kind of like that we're looking at these things and they're around. So if you're happy with it, put in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. So we've got these holders. I mean, they're not, I wouldn't say these are, I guess these must be disposable. I don't think, Dentomax, so autoclave before use. I mean, they're a little bit kind of weak, I'd say, compared to the ones we're used to using. Yeah, I'd say they probably wouldn't make it past the first use. Anyways, I'm actually really excited. If this works, you know, it's a great alternative to more expensive sensors. Anyways, this is long enough. Let me know what you think. Put your comments in below, and we'll talk to you soon. We'll give it 6 months and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.